right then, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event and it is scheduled for 12 rounds of action for the WBA Asia Light Flyweight Championship. Introducing to you first, fighting out the blue corner, wearing black and gold with yellow trim. Official weight 49 kilograms with a boxing record of 9 victories, 2 losses, and 2 bouts even. Hailing out of and proudly representing China. Please give it up for Xiang. And his opponent fighting out the red corner, wearing pink with white trim. Official weight 49 kilograms with a boxing record of 9 victories and no losses with no bouts even. Hailing out of and proudly representing the Philippines. Please give it up for the undefeated Arvin Jhon Paciones. The supervisor, Mr. Won Kim from South Korea. And the referee in charge of the action, Mr. Nat Lee Bui. And the judges going ringside, judge number 1, Mr. Chalem Prayat. Judge number 2, Mr. Pinit Prayat Sap. And Mr. Carlos Costa.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. This fight is for the WBA Asia Light Flyweight title. We have the Philippines taking on China. From the Philippines, we have the sniper, Arvin Jhon Paciones, versus Xiang Li. Xiang Li wearing the black and gold shorts. Arvin Jhon Paciones wearing the pink shorts with the white trim. This fight is scheduled for 12 rounds, and we are underway with our first round, and these fighters are wasting no time.
This is what we love to see. A great left hand there landed already. And wow, the sniper looked like he may have got sniped with that shot just there. Arvin, the sniper, usually very calculated, but Xiang Li looking like he wants to go home early, cracking him with that light hand.
Xiang Li looks like he's got a Christmas dinner to eat, and he wants to get back. And he wants to eat it. Great exchanges from both these fighters.
I mean, what a great day to have a title fight. Boxing Day, the official day of boxing as we like to call it. But we've got a classic southpaw against an orthodox, and you'll notice the footwork is everything in a fight like this. You can see already Xiang Li keeps stepping very far to the right to land that left hand down the middle, and there he comes alive once again. The sniper just looking to hold on. Big shots getting through. You can already see the right face of Arvin starting to get nice and red.
Yeah, Xiang Li, a lot of success with that straight left hand down the center. Working very well for him.
It just came out of nowhere as well. Explosion straight down the middle. Both of these fighters as tough as they come. Very great fighters, very calculated, very smart. Great right hand there landed by Arvin the sniper.
Yeah, Arvin, he tried to step in with that shot before, and the second time he had it, find some success. These two look like they've earned each other's respect early on in the fight. A quick start, slowing down the pace now. And good 1-2 from Xiang Li there, just missing.
Xiang Li now flicking out that jab, but a big left hand to the right hand there by Arvin. So both fighters landing some of their best shots already in the opening round of this title fight, scheduled for 12 rounds.
Yeah, brilliant shot there. And I thought he was trying to complain to the referee there, but there was some taunting. There was a little hold to the fight, but it was just a taunt there from Xiang Li.
Interesting to taunt your opponent when you got cracked that hard, pretending where did the shot go?
Maybe that's how hard he hit him. He can't remember it happening, but both these fighters with incredible backhands, earning each other's respect.
Yeah, I mean, technically this is just a great matchup. Beautiful jumping uppercut landed right there from Arvin. And that got the attention of Xiang Li. What a title fight for the opening round.
And the second time he's thrown that uppercut, or at least the second time he's landed it, worked very well. And Xiang Li not asking where that punch went. He knows very well where that punch went.
Yeah, we didn't see any taunting after that one. And the sniper living up to his name, sniping him with that uppercut and then that jumping right uppercut as well. What a round that one was, Ollie. We're going to get some action replay soon. main event material happening right now. So we see here the bodywork by Xiang Li. As soon as he got the sniper against the ropes, he just went to town to the body, landing uppercuts. And there was that cracking right hand down the middle landed by Arvin. I mean, it was one of those rounds where Xiang Li started so strong, wobbled the sniper, but then the sniper came right back with some beautiful shots of his own. There's that jumping uppercut right there. What a round.
Yeah, incredible first round there. We are being treated to this main event here live at Space in Bangkok.
I mean, what more do you want to do on Boxing Day than sit ringside, watch boxing, or in the comfort of your home? And a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone watching. This is our final show of the year, but we are here every month on the last Thursday of every month. But this is a title fight we have got for the second round.
Touchy gloves there from the opponents. Bit more of a tentative start now. Both earned each other's respect that last round, and a stepping backhand again from Arvin. Good sharp jab.
Yeah, the respect is clearly there, but no respect for that shot. The sniper cracked him with a clubbing right hand, and it looks like there's no more taunting going on here by Xiang Li. It's all business. Great jab down to the body there by Arvin. You've got to be curious to what he's trying to set up right now.
He just does so well to come in, close the distance, and then land that shot. Amazing range there.
I've seen the sniper fight several times over, and this is what he does. He picked you off with just these very unique shots. He's a very exciting fighter, very quick, very crafty.
Finding a home for that backhand. Very good to step in with that jab, throw that backhand, goes to the body. And I believe he's really earned the respect of Xiang Li now.
I mean, both fighters are basically using the same combination against each other. It's that jab with the backhand. So it is just really a battle of who can pull it off better. But then the sniper, Arvin, just keeps throwing in these uppercuts as well. So to me, Arvin is just doing a little bit more to mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You see there, Xiang Li, as you said, a good step-in jab backhand too. But now Arvin throwing more variation in his shots, showing more tools.
Some great combination. He's now going to the body. That kind of looked like a low blow almost. And he's trying to push him up, but the referee now starting to break them up, but he's asking him to pull those punches up. That was definitely lower the border.
Yeah, very low shots there to the body. Before that, Arvin done well just to slip off and not eat that backhand.
Now you can see both fighters don't want to engage in middle warfare or close range. They're just trying to set up that backhand. So they're jabbing the way in, and as soon as their lead leg gets on the outside of each other's, they're just going to send that one right down the middle. Beautiful.
Big right hook there from Arvin. He attempted it before. Feel like he had the counter shot from Xiang Li, but now lands that flush. Straight and an overhand left there.
Southpaw for southpaw right now for both of these fighters. So trying something ever so differently.
And Arvin just controlling that range. Swing and a miss there from Xiang Li.
Arvin, I mean, I think he's just very aware of his range now. I think he knows exactly where he needs to be to avoid the backhand. And that's why he's able to jump in with these shots. So the range management so far by Arvin, to me, is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, just where he wants to be. And end of the round there. We will check out our highlights. Once again, another exciting round. Good, and there we see that backhand landing. Almost overhand. There he can throw it straight before he threw it overhand. Some variation in this shot. Just able to change the trajectory of it as he's moving to land on target. A lot of success that round. And that step-in right hook that hurt Xiang Li. A good round for Xiang Li too, though. Very much those highlights highlighting what the sniper did, but a good round for both of them. But I feel now Arvin Jhon Paciones on that round. I believe you could give him 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those interesting situations where are you going to just favor those great counter punches or the forward pressure of Xiang Li? I mean, look, I think Arvin took that round very clearly. I think he landed some very clean shots down the middle, and I think that's exactly what he needs to keep doing. It's working for him. Let's keep it going for Arvin. But here we are, round number 3.
And Xiang Li back in that southpaw stance. And Arvin nearly eating a counter backhand there. Very tentative first round for both of these two. Felt each other's power.
And here we are, feinting matchup once again. Like you said, both respect each other's power, neither want to engage, and both have got the same idea. Who wants to force the action will tend to win these exchanges.
Good backhand attempt there from Arvin.
And for those of you wondering at home as well what the backhand actually is in boxing, we've said it quite a lot. They don't actually hit with the back of the hand. It just tends to be the hand that's furthest away from their opponent. We consider it the backhand because it's at the back of them. It's their final shot. So for an orthodox, it is their right hand. For a southpaw, it's the left hand. So when you hear us say backhand, we mean it's still a straight shot. Great shot downstairs. So this is what I like as well by Arvin, is he's starting to mix things up with the levels now. He's starting to go downstairs because at the moment, Xiang Li is very aware of that shot coming up upstairs. If you start mixing things up, it's the classic go low, go high, level change, right hook, beautiful stuff by Arvin.
And a big hook there. Big right hook from Arvin. You see Xiang Li trying to almost control that lead hand, the front hand of Arvin. Right hand to right hand, but just times him well and steps in with that big right hook.
Patting his glove down, so we call this powwowing almost in boxing, where you're just powwowing and hitting their jab away, trying to get your range, and it's timing as well. There's a timing tell on everything, and you can see both fighters are just trying to time each other well.
Yeah, see Arvin trying to break the rhythm of that glove touch. The referee brings him back up there. Xiang Li just pushed him down. Good step in, right hook. Seen this a few times from Arvin. Gaining confidence throwing that shot.
And it's just beautifully set up. He's going down low, then changing the levels, and then jumping upstairs. So he's basically making Xiang Li believe he's going downstairs with a body shot and then turns it into a shot upstairs. Great stuff by the sniper here. Xiang Li, to me, kind of looks a little bit shell-shocked now. We're not seeing the same Xiang Li we saw in the first round, who was firing off really powerful shots. The sniper, to me, has started to control this fight.
Yeah, Xiang Li, and again with that jump in, acknowledged by Xiang Li. The sniper very much living up to his name. And Xiang Li had some success early on, but definitely slowed down. And, well, back to his old tricks of some taunting. That is the end of the third round. We will look at the rebays.
Interesting taunt at the end by both fighters. Both realized exactly what they're doing. They both know they're going for the same move. Now, the sniper, to me, is doing the same move, just better than Xiang Li. He's landing cleaner, he's setting it up more, and he's trying to take the fight to him. You can see there that jumping hook and the jumping uppercut as well by the sniper. And like you said, Ollie, sniper by name, sniper by nature. He's definitely living up to that nickname.
Yeah, Xiang Li needs to get back to tricks that he did at the beginning. He was working well with that rear hand, but I feel like he was stood in orthodox stance, throwing the right hand, and now he switched to southpaw. And we're not seeing that backhand, which would be his left hand. He's not throwing that so often now.
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing, because if you change up your stance because you're being beat in one stance, you've got to question why you're doing it and what is the real reason. I mean, I think Xiang Li should just go back to what he was doing in the first round and stick to it. If you're an orthodox, you can beat a southpaw with the same moves. You've just got to do it more. But here we are, round 4.
And this is for the WBA Asia Light Flyweight title. The 4th round scheduled for 12 rounds. Arvin just checking that jab out. Xiang Li just controlling the distance, pumping his own jab out too. Just controlling the air.
Great shots downstairs again by Arvin, and we know why he's doing this now. He's working the body as much as he can, touching the guard of Xiang Li to deliver one of those jumping hooks as well. We can see him setting it up. We can see him loading up the hips. Xiang Li, to me, has got to go back to that jab with the backhand. He's got to go back, to me, in an orthodox stance. I don't think southpaw's working from the same way. Unless he's more comfortable as a southpaw, I think he should go back to orthodox and see if it works. And there it is again. Stumbles the opponent. Jumping hook once again. And now he's going to town with the body shots.
And now Arvin just taking his time. He's in no rush. He's got 2 minutes left on the clock. But that lead hook, that right hand definitely hurt him. Xiang Li fires back with some counter shots here.
I mean, the fact Xiang Li did not go to the canvas, I think a lot of people would have gone down from that shot. Xiang Li, very, very tough. I mean, he took that shot well and just carried on boxing like nothing happened. Great stuff by Xiang Li as well.
But definitely earned his respect. Slowed down, pumping that jab out. And now Arvin is just almost stalking him. Attempted again, but Xiang Li a bit wiser now. Just steps back off of that jumping hook.
And you can see Arvin just keeps flicking that jab out, but just trying to feint his way in to get that hook going once again. And I just think Arvin is going to set this one up perfectly. But if, Xiang Li steps back and tries to counter it, the best counter sometimes is the same punch, and he's got to catch him as he moves in.
Yeah, Xiang Li showed that he's got a good rear hand when he punches, which was his right hand, and attempted jumping left hook again.
But Xiang Li stepped back and went for the counter, and that's what he's got to wait for. He needs to counter the counter puncher sometimes, especially if the counter puncher is jumping in on you. You've got to time it. You've got to watch their footwork. You've got to watch their hips. Watch them come in and then counter them in.
And you can start to see that bruising below the eye of Xiang Li from that right hook from Arvin. And again, just think he stuffed it a little bit, but he's definitely looking for a home for that right hook.
But once you've shown your shot, the best one you can throw in the fight, your opponent's always going to be hyper aware of it. You've got to start, using a smoke screen, so to speak. Start disguising it again, start adding some new moves, and then go back to the shot that worked for you.
And that's the end of the 4th round. We go to our replays. Here we have a nice uppercut there from Arvin. And this was where that rear hand working well for Xiang Li. Caught Arvin there, but nothing too damaging. Didn't shake him too much. Good body work there from Arvin. Attempted uppercut again. And he works well when he's close, Arvin, as well. Xiang Li can't get too close.
I mean, it was just one of those entertaining rounds, but I do think that Arvin right now found his groove, found his timing, found the power shots that work for him, and is now just sticking to that game plan. But Xiang Li, has been told, obviously, by his corner to change his stance, do something differently. But to me, Xiang Li did so much better in that orthodox stance that you've got to wonder, why is he now gone to southpaw? Why is he trying to beat a natural southpaw?
And this is the start of the 5th round. Just looking over at the corner of Arvin there. It looks like they want him to go to the body. Look like they want him to throw that uppercut.
And that's a lot of Vaseline that's being applied on the side of his face. Definitely one of those situations where you're kind of giving away which shots are hurting most. And it's that right hook that lands clean.
And we see him go to the body. We see him go high. And as you were saying, he needs to set it up. But also now Xiang Li is worried about that right uppercut. That right hook. Then he can afford to go to the body. He can use the threat of that to set up other shots too.
Can we just say, but the sniper is now in the orthodox stance. He's now switched it up on him. He's now proving, all right, I beat you at southpaw, let me try orthodox. Is this a way to get Xiang Li to maybe go back to orthodox? Is this a game plan? Is this the psychology of it?
And there he eats across to the body from Xiang Li, and Xiang Li puts his weight on him again. Don't know if that body hurt him there or whether Xiang Li just pushed him down. It looked like he just folded a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like he went down a little bit too easily there, but it's also, you can kind of just gauge your time. If you want range and you want space, you let the referee come in to break you, step behind the referee, get your gaps between you and your opponent a little bit easier.
And you've got to be wondering what Xiang Li's thinking about Arvin going to this orthodox stance, thinking, why has he changed? How this plays on his mind. Big overhand right there.
Yeah, and that's the great thing of boxing. Everything is psychology. You know what they usually say is that 90% of it is mental. 10% obviously is the talent, the hard work and everything, but 90% is the psychology behind the boxing. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your tactics. So the sniper going into an orthodox stance to me is very entertaining indeed. What is he going to do differently? What is he going to be able to do better than Xiang Li now?
Well, he's shown that he's got power in that lead hand when he's standing southpaw, which is the right hand. And now he's back to southpaw.
And he's now going to the body as well. I mean, look, Xiang Li is standing in there, but right now I feel like Xiang Li hasn't really done much of anything to prove that he was winning any of these rounds. I do feel like the sniper is just almost finding the openings now to try and end this fight. We've already seen like 2 very close calls. A big left hand upstairs by Xiang Li. So Xiang Li finally coming alive, believing in himself, stepping forward, but he eats a right hook in the process.
Yeah, good work coming forward from Xiang Li, but he can't afford to open up too much. That counter hook's always there. Now I feel like he's baiting him in a little bit now, but we're seeing Xiang Li come forward, throw combinations instead of just looking for a counter punch.
Left hook downstairs, but Xiang Li not planting his feet as well. He's going to lose a lot of power in those shots when he lifts up that back foot as well. So I like Xiang Li's tactic. I like that he wants to go to the body and he's flicking out that jab, but the sniper is just using his range. Look at the wide stance of the sniper. He knows exactly where Xiang Li is at every point, and it's all a battle of the range right now.
And that is the end of the 5th round. We will look at the replays next.
So here we are with those action replays. You see the nice body shots being landed by the sniper here. You know, the man from the Philippines just doing a great job so far, landing some great crisp shots. There was that jumping lead hook. And, you know, like we said in the opening moments of that round, Arvin was in the orthodox stance, but then he eats a left hand by Xiang Li. So Xiang Li had one of his greatest punches in that round just then. But again, to me, it's too far in between to really be winning these rounds. To me, the sniper, I mean, he's 9-0 for a reason. He knows how to win fights and he knows how to keep you on your toes, and that's exactly what he's doing well.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This is the main event of the evening. It is for the WBA Asia Light Flyweight title. We have the Philippines taking on China. Arvin Jhon Paciones in the pink shorts with the gold trim, taking on Xiang Li from China in the gold and black shorts. This is scheduled for 12 rounds, and at the start of this 6th round, we have some good work here.
The sniper back into the orthodox stance, and the best punch for him right now is that rear uppercut right to the chest. If you're an orthodox against the southpaw, just throwing that rear uppercut to the chest is one of the best shots you can throw. If it doesn't land the chest, it usually lands on the chin. It's a great punch. Great left hand there by Xiang Li as well.
Yeah, sniper staying tricky here, keeping Xiang Li guessing. Xiang Li seems very much in this fight still. Body shot there from Xiang Li. Return with a jab from Arvin, the sniper.
And you can see Xiang Li has just kind of reserved the fact that he's going to say southpaw in this fight. And, you know, it might do a lot better for him when the sniper goes into that orthodox stance. Maybe that's what he would prefer to happen anyways. A good southpaw tends to dominate divisions. I mean, but right now the sniper to me is just switching stances but being so dominant in both stances as well.
Yeah, and Arvin the sniper looks like he's just wasting no energy. Just on the outside where he wants to be. Looks like he's keeping Xiang Li guessing.
And you can kind of see he's trying to find an opening. He's trying to, I mean, even the referee had to jump in there to tell him to fight on, but you can tell Arvin is setting up his shot just like a sniper would. They would take a long, long time, figure out the range, figure out the distance, figure out the tempo, and then just launch that one shot like a bullet right down the middle. And if it lands clean.
Yeah, and you have to question the game plan of the sniper here. Maybe this is the plan. Come out in orthodox for a few rounds, make him forget about that right hook, because that hand's a little low sometimes from Xiang Li. He's had a lot of success So you do question why he would abandon that plan. It's the most successful punch he's had so far in this fight.
Yeah, it's, I mean, very interesting. I mean, not to compare this fight to it, Marvin Hagler against Sugar Ray Leonard. A lot of people were very confused, and Marvin Hagler changed from his regular southpaw stance and fought his opponent in an orthodox stance, and a lot of people believe that's why he lost the fight. He didn't start in his strong position and stayed as the wrong side for the entire fight, and I feel like that's what we're seeing right now. A fighter who does a little bit better in another stance is still not confident to try it.
But a lot of power that the sniper has. So instead of the lead hand hook now, he's turned that into a backhand cross or a backhand overhand still. Lots of power, and is still landing in the same position, which is the left side of Xiang Li's face. Good exchange there, fired back from Xiang Li. Just misses on that hook on the exit.
It's so impressive that the sniper can go orthodox and southpaw and still look as crisp as ever. I mean, Terence Crawford used to do this. He used to say, if you can dominate in southpaw and orthodox, that's what a winning fighter is.
And here we take a look at highlights. A big step in jab there, and another one from the sniper. And there we see him attempt that overhand right. A good block there from Xiang Li. Hits the glove. And then a lead hook there, which is the left hand of the sniper, Arvin Jhon Paciones.
I mean, again, I think we're just seeing one of those fights where one fighter, to me, is just cleaning up the rounds. I mean, he's doing everything he needs to do to impress the judges. He starts the round strong, does a good combination in the middle of the rounds, and then ends the round strong. I mean, boxing is theater at the end of the day. You're there to impress the referee and the judges at the same time. And if you can do exactly what he's doing, you'll win every round of boxing.
And two very different looking corners here. We start round 7. The sniper looking very calm and relaxed, talking to his corner. And Xiang Li looking a bit more tired, breathing a bit more heavy. But this is what can happen. Psychologically, the anticipation of waiting for these big shots can really tire you out. But if you're the aggressor, you're relaxed.
And you also saw the taunting originally from Xiang Li. He's probably not used to being hit this hard before, and he's probably not used to kind of getting outworked by somebody. So you start off by taunting, and then you realize that the sniper means business. You start to realize, I'm in a real big fight here. Both fighters in the corner right now.
And a big body shot there from Arvin. Didn't see Xiang Li change position too much after that body shot. I feel like that may have hurt him. He's keeping that elbow down tight. Normally keeps it a little higher. And there, that overhand landing in the same position as when he's in southpaw, the lead hook. He goes to the body.
I mean, look, Xiang Li now back in the southpaw again. I mean, just this is, to me, a good stance for him right now. He's doing really well. He's chopping down with these left hands as well. And I think the sniper is just trying to find out where it is. Both fighters exchange elbows, but acknowledge it. Respect in that ring. Very nice to see.
Yeah, and we had a good cross there from Xiang Li. Just missed, but it's good that he's throwing it at success early on in the fight. But Arvin Jhon Paciones with a 3P combo himself. Looking very relaxed here.
Another right hand down the middle, so you can see both fighters want to hold central ring, but it's the wider stance of the sniper which is really winning these exchanges for him. He's being able to dictate the pace and the range of his opponent very well here.
Xiang Li tries to come in, throws that overhand. And before the straight cross of Xiang Li, deflected by Arvin Jhon Paciones, the sniper. He tries to go to the body again.
Great left hand here. Now, to me, Xiang Li is having a great round right now. He's starting to be aggressive. He's starting to push the pace, and he's actually trying to put it on the sniper. I think before he was allowing the sniper to just really get his groove going, really land some big shots, but this is what Xiang Li needs to do, just kind of push right back. Do not allow yourself to get bullied. Sometimes you've got to push forward and give it right back to your opponent.
Yeah, having a lot of success. He's double jabbing, he's jabbing and stepping in, then he's throwing that rear hand, that left hand. He goes to the body this time.
And you can see the tattoo on the sniper's calf as well, which says, I just didn't quit, or I just don't quit. And that is definitely a testament of the way he fights. He just keeps going at you.
And a jab there. And that is the end of the round. Another exciting round. We are over to our replays.
And we see these replays here. Cracking left hook over the top of the guard. Landed by the sniper. But Xiang Li started to wheel in some of these big clubbing shots as well. Hitting the arms of the sniper, but definitely getting his attention as well, because some of these shots eventually got through to the chin as well. And you could see some of the shorter left hands landed by Xiang Li were the best ones of that round. But a great round for both fighters. We're already going into round number 8, scheduled for 12.
Be interesting to see the next round. Xiang Li looked a lot better there on the front foot, being more aggressive. But Arvin Jhon, Paciones, the sniper, still throwing hard, looking confident, moving well. And this is the start of round 8 of a scheduled 12.
A great main event as well so far, and a great night of Boxing Day here at Space Plus Bangkok, Highland Boxing. And you can see the jabs to the body being landed by Xiang Li now.
And we have the sniper back in Southpaw. And Xiang Li started in orthodox, but has now gone back to Southpaw.
You've got to question the reasoning behind this. You've got to try and understand, why is Xiang Li abandoned the orthodox? Why does he feel he can beat his opponent in Southpaw? He started in orthodox, but then quickly changed. So there's definitely a game plan here that I don't see right now that's working for him.
And there, back in the Southpaw stance, we see that great right hook from the sniper. Goes to the body. Taunted again by Xiang Li. Normally, if you show that it doesn't hurt, it means that it hurts.
Yeah, I mean, it's a peacock contest. Sometimes at the end of the day, you want to prove that that didn't hurt you and that you're more macho, but that shot definitely got through. He did the same thing in the second round when he got clipped with a big shot. And this is what the sniper does well. He does not get involved with the antics. He stays cool, stays calm, and lands some great shots down the middle.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say, he does not appear to be the person that is going to bite to feints, to taunt, sorry. He's very calm and collected. I don't think he's going to get drawn into that game.
And he's a very respectful fighter as well. You've seen both fighters clash heads, elbows, and even go south of the border, but neither fighter has complained. They've just apologized and carried on with the fight. So great sportsmanship between two of these fighters as well.
Yeah, back in that southpaw stance, we see that right hook again, but a good block from Xiang Li.
And you can see now it's just kind of starting to fade out in these later rounds. Both fighters have shown their best shot so far. They've shown exactly what they're capable of. Now it's a case of who can go from the 8th round to the 12th round more active than the opponent as well. Who's going to double up the jabs more? Who's going to triple up the jabs more? Who's going to outwork each other right now? Because right now, to me, the fight is definitely going to Arvin at this point.
Yeah, agreed. He's definitely doing the work more. Good step in, crossing a hook there.
And this is where your corner needs to come alive. You need to get them to tell you, you need to step this up. You need to do something different now.
Yeah, Xiang Li, good step in hook. He's following him. But good evasion there from Arvin.
And you can see both fighters just circling each other in the center of the ring. Not long to go of round number 8. We went from a situation where it looked like the sniper nearly put Xiang Li out. And now we're back to almost an even style fight. But to me, again, there's edges here in the boxing world. And two fighters that are doing something quite similar, except I just think the sniper is just edging every round ever so slightly.
And that is the end of round 8. We will go to our highlights. Good and better work here from Xiang Li when he was moving forward, but Arvin just manages to just slip off, circles off from the ropes. Double jab, uppercut, and a good body work there from Arvin the sniper. And that left hook that we've seen all night just misses. Power in that right hook, from Arvin out of the southpaw stance. Seen that early on, he's got good power, and if you look there, this young man looks very relaxed, looks to be enjoying himself in there.
Not breathing heavy at all. He's having a conversation in the ring, which you wouldn't really advise unless you're trying to get them to calm down, but doesn't look like he's breathing heavy at all. Looks like he's done extra work in the gym to get to this point. To fight like the way he does, you can tell he trains very hard. Round number 9 underway, scheduled for 12.
And both fighters in that southpaw stance now.
And it's southpaw for southpaw now. We've just got to accept Xiang Li wants to fight this fight in southpaw, but like I said, sometimes you get to a point in fights where someone is surviving and not trying to win. Unless Xiang Li starts trying to knock out the sniper, I don't see how he wins this fight. Great clubbing, left hand landed there by the sniper.
And Xiang Li starting off trying to control that hand. Sometimes Arvin plays that game with him, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he allows him to control that hand. It works well for timing when you're trying to disrupt the rhythm and you want to step in and you want to throw that right hook.
And you said the right thing there. It's when the sniper allows him. I just believe that the sniper is kind of in control of everything happening, and where he wants the fight to go is exactly what's happening right now. Even when he clipped him, or even when Xiang Li fired a huge shot and missed, Arvin did not chase him. He just allowed it to come back to the middle. Great stuff by the sniper so far.
He's just using that hand to stay on the outside of Xiang Li. Anytime he steps forward, he steps back. He's still in good punching range, manages to step in with that jab, goes to the body too.
And those jabs are coming alive. Those feints are coming. We know that hook's eventually going to be coming very soon as well. Will it land on Xiang Li? Is he aware of it? We will see. There it is. Exactly the shot we could all see. But sometimes, even when you know it's coming, if you're tired, you cannot evade it. You've just got to accept you're going to take it on your gloves sometimes.
And Xiang Li looking a lot more tired than the sniper is here in this 9th round. Just over 1 minute left to go. Good uppercut inside work there from Arvin the sniper.
Just perfectly timed, and you can see it. He eats a left hook. Great shot there by Xiang Li. But again, a shot like that, unless it puts him down, isn't going to win the round.
Great counter punch there, but good inside work from Paciones. Jumping with that right hook again. Just skims the glove.
And he's trying to now pat down that lead arm, so you can tell that lead arm of the sniper is definitely bothering Xiang Li because he keeps trying to pat it away to send his combinations. And that's all you need to do. Get that jab working for you. Frustrate your opponent. And when we see him start tapping down to the body, we know he's trying to set up a big shot upstairs as well.
Xiang Li looks like he's slowed down a lot now with his jab. Arvin still looking very fresh. Reaction's very good. And that is the end of round 9. We go to our highlights.
Great round, great main event. This Boxing Day brought to you by Highland Boxing Gym and Space Plus Bangkok. And here we see the sniper attempting a big combination. Xiang Li stepping back. And that was one of those great moments where each fighter threw the same combination. Neither fighter landed, but there was within inches of landing on each other. There you see that jumping hook that the sniper has used throughout this entire fight. And it's worked very well for him. Some great rear uppercuts being landed as well by both of these fighters. But again, the sniper always doing just enough and outworking Xiang Li.
And once again, this is our main event of the evening. This is for the WBA Asia Light Flyweight title, where we have the Philippines taking on China. Arvin Jhon Paciones representing the Philippines. The sniper in the pink and white shorts taking on Xiang Li representing China, wearing the black and gold shorts. This is round 10, scheduled for 12.
And back into the action they go. Central ring for Bubba, cracking left hand down the middle there as well. The sniper wasting no time now, just taking the fight straight to Xiang Li with a big haymaker.
Great at closing the distance. Arvin the sniper steps in. They both threw that rear left hand down the center. And that big right hook again.
And you know what they say, if it works, why change it? Just keep doing it. Xiang Li attempts a jumping hook of his own, but did not connect with any shot there. Goes down low as well, asking him to keep them up. And again, respect between both of these fighters.
Yes, good respect from these two. Respectful young man. Arvin Jhon Paciones from the Philippines.
And he's just fought a beautiful fight. I mean, it started off really strong. Xiang Li looking like he might have been able to hurt the sniper in the first round. And then just every round after that, I just feel that Arvin Jhon Paciones has just done everything right. Just everything correct. Accuracy, timing, speed, power. He's done everything well in this fight. Great main event.
And a big body shot there acknowledged, and that's what he wants to do. Throw that body shot, get the hands down of Xiang Li, and then come in with that Hergo. Big uppercut, but he also eats a backhand there from Xiang Li.
Xiang Li again, every round seems to have one of these huge shots that he lands. He seems to find one to get through in every round. So we've seen it several times over. We've seen it happen many, many times. Both fighters just holding central ring once again.
Good, Xiang Li attempts to go to the body there. And now a little bit of taunting here from Arvin, or maybe just readjusting his gun piece. Maybe I misread that. Good jab moving forward.
And a great right hook as well. So Xiang Li's starting to mix things up, but like I said, he's had a moment in every round where one big shot has got through. But again, unless you're putting the sniper down to the canvas, it's going to be very, very difficult to win this fight or even win these rounds at all, because the sniper is basically, to me, just doing 5 times more than everything Xiang Li is actually doing.
And once again, good right hook there. Left hand down the center. Just controlling the air, Xiang Li trying to pump that jab out, but not reaching anything. Just Arvin really good at keeping this distance, just where he wants to be, just on the outside. Goes to the body. And that is the end of round 10.
Great round. I mean, unfortunately, we do have a bit of a technical issue where we don't have access to the replays for this round. If you can view the action replays on your screen, we cannot see them right now because our connection to our video has gone out, but we are still here. We've still got 2 more rounds of action. The Philippines taking on China in this WBA Asia Light Flyweight Championship.
And looking over the corner at the sniper, you see they want him to throw that hook, they want him to cross and hook, and they want him to hook and cross. Now if we look over at the corner of Xiang Li, no actions given, but Xiang Li looking tired here, whereas Arvin looking fresh.
Yeah, Arvin has looked great in the corner as well, and that's a good telltale sign. You know, you can often find out how your fight's going to go if you can look over to your opponent and see how they're sitting on their stool. But here we are, round number 11, scheduled for 12, and a great start, right hook to the body.
Yeah, Arvin working that jab, feints to go low. And a good jab there from Xiang Li too, but eats one back from Arvin.
Arvin looks very tentative now. Great looping uppercut there, straight through the guard. And we've got southpaw for southpaw action once again, but Arvin keeps saying something every time he lands a shot every now and then. Almost like I'm curious to what he's saying to his opponent after landing these shots.
Yeah, I can't make it out either. It's like he acknowledges it, or Xiang Li went a little low and he's just acknowledging it and saying it's okay.
Well, that's what I thought, but at the same time, I don't think it was low, so I'm kind of curious to what it is as well, especially when 2 fighters pull their shots up very high, but a jumping hook just missing the target. He taps him downstairs. Rear uppercut gets in clean.
And powerful shots here. More of an aggressor now from Arvin, more of aggressive style, and the nose is bloodied from Xiang Li.
We saw that blood just pour right out of the nose after those shots landed. So very curious how that nose didn't bleed in the opening rounds. For the 11th round, it's finally started bleeding, but I don't think it'll be much of an issue. A great left hand there landed by Xiang Li, following a sniper around the ring with that left hand.
Yeah, good to look up there in the clinch, reset. Arvin back, being tentative again with that jab, opened up and threw a big combo. Found success when he did, but maybe this late in the fight, not too good to try get caught into this gunfight with Xiang Li, who's still got power, still got good counter shots. Because on my scorecards, and I believe all the scorecards here, the sniper is very much winning this fight.
Both fighters tumble to the canvas, but exhaustion is everything here. I mean, yeah, on my unofficial scorecard, I've got the sniper up. I think possibly give Xiang Li maybe 2 rounds. And he's fought well. He's a tough fighter. He's never once given up. I just think the sniper has just always edged every round just enough to win. So let us know on your scorecards at home. Now, I know we've got a lot of people watching the sniper right now in the Philippines. Shout out to everyone watching. Thank you for being here for this Boxing Day event. We have got one more round potentially coming up after this one for the final fight of the evening. But you can see Xiang Li getting him into the corner right now, coming alive with hooks and barrages of punches.
Yeah, Xiang Li attempting to go to the body, does land one. Other one gets defended. Arvin does well to circle out of there and reset. Back on the rope, circles off, misses the backhand from Xiang Li. Xiang Li goes low instead with it. And that is the end of the 11th round.
I mean, you've got to be curious to what goes into the corner speech of Xiang Li right now. Now look, we've called many fights before where we think we know who's winning and then we see the judges' scorecards and we were wrong. We understand that. So right now, we've just got to assume we know who's winning. That's all we can do. But to me, if you're Xiang Li's corner, you've got to tell him, you only win by knocking him out. You only win by putting him to the canvas. If you know that, and the sniper knows that, the sniper can go on that back foot the entire round. Xiang Li has to lock and load that left or right hand and just hope it connects.
Absolutely. I feel not much left for Xiang Li. We hear him hyping himself up in the corner. He's screaming. They know he's got 1 round to turn this around. We are about to enter our 12th and final round of our main event this evening. It is for the WBA Asia Light Flyweight title. It has been contested over 12 rounds, and this is the 12th and final round. We have the Philippines taking on China. We have young Arvin Jhon Paciones representing the Philippines, an undefeated fighter in the pink and white shorts, taking on a tough customer in Xiang Li from China, wearing the black and gold shorts. And this fight has been a brilliant boxing display so far, especially from our young man, the sniper, Arvin Jhon Paciones.
Boxing Day, the best way to spend it, watching boxing on Boxing Day. Who would have thought it? But here we are, 12th and final round, and it's been a fantastic set of fights here at Space Plus Bangkok, sponsored by Highland Boxing Gym. Here, every final Thursday of the month, but right now, 12th and final round, where I think the sniper is just cruising his way to this belt victory. Will he take it? Will Xiang Li do anything to try and put the sniper away? The sniper could just be on the back foot this entire fight, protect his points, but he's choosing not to.
Yeah, at the start of this round, we saw more of a sense of urgency from Xiang Li, but now slowed down a bit. Don't know whether he is to a certain extent accepting defeat, especially when Arvin is not running away from him. He's choosing to come forward. He's choosing to exchange. Good uppercut there. And a good double jab. The first one landed, second one missed, but a strong jab. Xiang Li misses with the backhand.
I mean, Arvin right now could just cruise with the jab, just keep flicking that jab out and tying up Xiang Li anytime he gets close. I mean, I don't think Marvin has to take any chances here. I think he can just cruise his way to victory. Now, Arvin is used to putting his opponents away very early. It's very rare he goes up against someone as tough as Xiang Li, who's been able to take his best shots and still remain on his feet. I mean, credit to Xiang Li to take the best punch and keep going, never giving up. But the sniper, to me, has put on a beautiful display of boxing tonight.
Yeah, I think Xiang Li definitely earned his respect early on because we're not seeing him come forward and try finish him. He knows it's a dangerous game. So what he had to do is put on a nice 12-round display of beautiful boxing.
And here we are.
Xiang Li still coming forward.
The graphics are back for us. Apologies if we did not get to speak about those replays, but we've got the video back on. 30 seconds to go of round number 12. Jumping hook there by Arvin.
You're almost finishing the fight as he started it. That big right hook has been working well for him early on. Xiang Li wants him to stand there and trade. I don't think that's the greatest. That's the greatest idea. A show of respect.
It's almost like two people just using their emotes, dancing. Does Xiang Li just know that that's not enough to win the fight? Maybe Xiang Li knew the only chance he could win was standing toe-to-toe, going for a big fight. What a beautiful main event. What an event. And let's go see his action replay. So you see him sticking out those jab for jab in that 12th round. But to me, it was just the sniper's range management and the fitness level of the sniper, to me, is what really was winning it for him as well. He was able to fight the exact same way from round 1 to round 12, keeping up the same pace, being as dangerous as ever, and Xiang Li standing in front of him. Folks, thank you for being here for this Boxing Day special. My name is Jimmy, and I was joined by Ollie. Ollie, thanks for being with us as well.
No problem. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Here's Peter Denman with the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, judge number 1, Judge Xiang Li of China, scores it 109 to 119. And invited to the ring, Mr. Dennis Hudson from the UK, Mr. Won Kim from South Korea, and Mr. Pico Santic from the Philippines. Judge number 1 scores it, Mr. Xiang Li of China, 109 to 119. Judge number 2, Mr. Pinit Priyat, 109 to 119. And Mr. Carlos Costa, 108 to 120. For your winner by way of unanimous decision and still the WBA Asia Light Flyweight Champion from the red corner, Arvin Jhon Paciones.
Of glory